Yo, this is Jay from Straight Smoke Gaming, and in today's video we're doing our Madden Builds Us a Parlay series. As you guys know, this is a series that we've been doing since the start of the season, and as you can see there, last week's Parlay did not hit. The 49ers just didn't put up good enough of a fight. The Bills, they were up by too much. Josh Allen stopped throwing the ball, so we were really close to hitting a Parlay if the 49ers would have played better. But this week, we got the Chargers at the Chiefs. Good divisional matchup. Both teams good. Prime time. Should be a good game. The Chiefs are good. Have been playing a little bit rough lately. The Chargers are good. This is a really important game. This is a divisional game. They're getting close to playoffs. These division games are going to be important. So let's go ahead and sim to the end of the game and see how the game pans out. And as you can see, the Chargers end up winning 17-7. So if you're someone who likes to bet on money line or spread, you're going to want to pick the Chargers as they win by 10 points. But here's Straight Smoke Gaming. We bet on prize picks, so we're going to take a look at some player props. Starting off with Patrick Mahomes, 212 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He does complete 70% of his passes, but those 2 turnovers are going to hurt them. And, it would probably hurt them too in real life. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you're looking for a clean game from Mahomes because Madden's saying it's not going to happen. For Herbert, he throws for 179, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Completes 66% of passes. Pretty good game. You would just like for him to have a little bit more pass yards, not even hitting 200 pass yards. That's kind of rough. But we do know that the Chargers have a good run game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rushing stats. Starting off with the Kansas City Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. 4 attempts, 14 yards, no touchdowns, no fumbles. Not a bad game for Pacheco. He just didn't get volume. I think he'll have a much better game. I think he'll get more attempts. I think he'll get more yards. But overall, in those 4 attempts, 14 yards, I'll be okay with that. Mahomes, 2 attempts for 14 yards, averages about 7 yards a carry. Mahomes really isn't known for being mobile, so if he can give me another 14 yards on the ground, I would take that. Next, you got the Chargers, Gus Edwards. He's now the lead back with no J.K. Dobbins due to injury. 18 attempts, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Averages 3.2 yards a carry. The touchdown really kind of saves his day. But overall, not that bad of a game. The touchdown's good. They are going to be going against one of the best run defenses in football. Next up, Herbert, 5 attempts for 16 yards and no touchdowns. Herbert, kind of similar to Mahomes, not really known for running, but he can run if he needs to. So, I would take 16 yards from Herbert, but the only thing that concerns me is that if he's only going to get 16 yards rushing, you're probably going to be wanting more yards passing. Then you got Hassan Haskins, 3 attempts for 6 yards, and then DJ Chark, 1 attempt for 4 yards. Don't really think that's going to be happening too much. I don't know how much we're going to see of DJ Chark or Haskins, but hey, that's what happened in the simulation. Next up, receiving Chiefs, you got Kelsey, 6 receptions for 59 yards and no touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 5 receptions for 63 yards and no touchdowns. Xavier Worthy, 4 receptions, 39 yards, and then Xavier Worthy did get a touchdown. Juju had 4 receptions for 32 yards. And then you got Isaiah Pacheco down here at the bottom, 3 receptions for 19 yards. I could see a lot of this happening. I think Kelsey gets 6 receptions. I could see DeAndre Hopkins getting 63 yards. I could see Worthy getting into the end zone. He's kind of a gadget guy. You're not really expecting him to do much. So one of those trick plays, maybe he ends up in the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster has a pretty good game here in the simulation. That's good to see considering he's been struggling a little bit recently. And then you got Isaiah Pacheco, who's freshly back from injury, so maybe they try to work him in the pass game a little bit more. 3 receptions for 19 yards. Like I said, I don't have any problems with this. I could see all of this happening, maybe a little bit more yards, because I do think Mahomes will throw for more than 212 yards. Next up, you got the Chargers starting off DJ Chark. A little bit surprising, 6 receptions for 70 yards, no touchdowns. DJ Chark's not really a main name in this offense, so for him to lead the team in receptions and yards, that's shocking to me. But hey, who knows? It could happen. Then you got Will Dissly, kind of a forgotten about name, but not really that bad this year. 4 receptions, 32 yards, and does get into the end zone. As a Chargers fan, if Will Dissly did this, I would be happy. The end zone score is good. Lab McConkey, their new wide receiver, one, the main piece on offense, to be honest. 3 receptions for 34 yards. And then you got Josh Palmer, 1 reception, 23 yards. And then you got Gus Edwards, and that other guy doesn't really do much. But we're going to end up picking the over on Gus Edwards' rush yards, the over on DeAndre Hopkins' receiving yards, and we're also going to be picking the over on Travis Kelce's receiving yards. Let's go ahead and take a look more in-depth look as to what yard markers they would need to hit. Gus Edwards is going to need to hit 38 rushing yards. I think he could do that. He's more of like a ground-and-pound type of running back. So, I mean, I could see him getting a little bit under 40 yards. He is going against the hard run defense, though. Hopkins needs 44 receiving yards. You got Travis Kelce needing 59 receiving yards. That parlay will pay out, it would be $10 to win $50. So that's good. As you guys know, we're negative on the year, as you'll see in the next clip. But overall, I could honestly really see this happening. The only thing that really concerns me is Gus Edwards, considering he is going against a really good defense. But overall, I'm not too concerned about Travis Kelce or DeAndre Hopkins receiving yards. I think those will hit. So as you can see there, we're negative $20 on the year. So this would be a good week to get back into the winning column. A week with a win this week would put us up at plus $30. We could really use that. And, you know, I like the odds this week. But like I was saying, this is all subjective. We make these based on Madden's outcome for the game. So if you want to go with us and try it, go ahead. If not, I don't blame you. As you can see right now, it's not really successful. But when it comes to this video, that's all we got. So if you enjoyed, please remember to like and sub for more Madden content. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.